that's my best explanation for that. These are the highlands in the middle. Pretty much uninhabitable there. You can see where a lot of the green is. It's actually on the outer coast. And despite the famous quote from Mighty Ducks, which everyone knows as Iceland is really green and Greenland is actually icy, most of it's true, but actually Iceland is really full of ice and it just has a little bit of green on the edges. So that is only half true. These are some of my personal photos of Iceland. This is the Blue Lagoon. It's a man-made geothermal spa. The heated blue liquid is actually a byproduct of water being fed through a nearby geothermal power plant. Iceland sits on top of two tectonic plates, the Eurasian tectonic plate and the North American, and this causes quite a bit of geothermal activity. Most of their electricity is powered by geothermal activity. Most of their what, I'm sorry? Electricity and water. You can even stand between the two tectonic plates. This is a national park in Iceland. And in some places, the fault line has, it goes underground, and people go scuba diving there in the caves and in the fresh water. This is a glacier in the south of Iceland. I actually don't even remember its name. There are so many glaciers, a lot of small ones. But this is a really famous glacier.
Sorry. Yeah. She was asking for clarification of if they were small or large. My second was incorrect. Okay.
Okay. The first time I visited Iceland was in March 2010, and a very famous volcano erupted, and it sent ash all over Europe, causing thousands of flights to be canceled. And this is that volcano. And it actually is underneath a glacier. The volcano's name is this.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have a question. Is the glacier still active, or the volcano still active?
No longer. So the volcano's name is a compound word. It means island, mountain, glacier. Since volcanoes are obviously really strong and powerful. The glacier was substantially melted, and it caused a lot of flash glacial flooding. Glacial flooding actually,
do you mean that the volcano? Oh, okay, so the glacier melting caused the volcano to go?
no.
Yes, okay, so the glacier melted because the volcano.
Hold on, turn around. Look to your right, you're getting real,
Sorry. So
look
the
at me when you voice.
glacier melted because of
Don't sign. Good.
the volcano erupting.
Correct. Glacial flooding is really more common than you would like in Iceland, and sorry, I actually skipped over something here. This is actually one of the coolest places in Iceland to visit. It's so interesting. This is a glacier lagoon. It's called this. And this word actually means glacier, river, lagoon. And a glacier is slowly receding into a lake, which turns into a river, which flows out into the Atlantic Ocean. And it runs right out onto a beach. And it's a really mysterious place.
I'm sorry, I had a question.
Okay, so did you say I have a question? I can't.
Your pictures are really
Look at your
beautiful.
deaf
Did
person when you voice.
Did you take them?
Okay, hold on for a minute. The reason why I'm telling her to look at the deaf person when she voices, because I want to read her lips. When you turn away like that, I'm like, so when you're voicing for me, and usually you're doing it at the same time, so you're kind of waiting and getting information. For now, that's fine. But when you start to voice, you keep looking at the deaf person and speak what they're saying. Then you can look to your speaker, but always look back. So right now you're looking over here a lot because you're just not, you're not confident enough to just keep looking at us. Okay? Good job.
Okay, so your pictures are beautiful. Did you take them yourself?
Yes, I did. It's a really mysterious place. It reminds me of sort of a glacial graveyard more than a lagoon, actually. Here's another photo from that place. Glacial rivers are beautiful, but they're also extremely dangerous. The temperature.
Okay. You said, I'm sorry, can you go back?
Yeah.
One side. You said it was like a graveyard.
Yeah, it reminds me of a glacial graveyard more than a lagoon.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Can you say it again?
Awesome. So glacial rivers are both extremely beautiful. The water is really fresh. In fact, a lot of people drink straight out of glacial rivers, but they're extremely dangerous. Not only because of their extremely cold temperatures, but because there are so many glaciers in Iceland, flash floods are really common due to the volcanic activity underneath the glaciers. For example, this is a bridge that was wiped out from a flash glacial flood. And this is a different picture of that here. That's my best friend Lindsay and Basil. And that's her ex-boyfriend. He doesn't matter. So. This is one of my favorite geological features that will always amaze me. The black beaches on Iceland's coasts are so beautiful.
Did it always have black beaches, or did that come from the volcano? Because I know I seen one in Hawaii, and it is, they're like super cool because you've never seen it before. So did it come from the volcano, or is that something that was just always there?
And again, that's where you need to tell us. She said, I saw black beaches in Hawaii. Hawaii should have come first. We get the mindset of Hawaii, then we talk about it. So your setup, you're just throwing signs, but we need to see that topic comic set, okay? So ask your question again.
Did Iceland always have the black sand beaches, or did it come because of the volcanic, like the volcano erupting?
I actually don't know the
Okay.
true geological answer to
Yeah.
that question.
It just made me think
But-
because Hawaii, you know, they have all the volcanoes, is that how they got their black sand beach?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I was curious.
I think that's a
Like-
really good assumption.
Does she go there like going to school?
No.
That's that sign,
Okay,
on a regular basis.
okay. I was just curious.
I think that's a really good assumption to make, considering the amount of volcanic activity there.
Yeah.
And there are other colored beaches as well. There are gold beaches. There's actually an orange one too.
In Iceland?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay, thanks.
This is one of many waterfalls you can find in Iceland. And this is Basil when she was kind of a puppy. One time I took a tour to an ice cave. This was pretty interesting. It's kind of dangerous, to be honest. We had to go with a guide. That's our guide.
Your picture, where was it?
Where was the picture? In Iceland? Or like,
Can you go back to the
oh yeah,
picture before that? What is up here?
this is all ice, everything. It's under a glacier.
Oh, I thought it was bats.
Oh. This is our guide. He took us in there. You can see ice that fell down from the glacier. Underneath all of this, there is an underground glacial river. And if you don't go with a guide, you could end up dead because this is so, you don't know where to step on places that are safe. And, but it was worth the experience though.
Good question. These are still your pictures?
Yeah, all these are mine.
That's awesome.